Hi, everyone. We've got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams. This one has a little more meaning than your average regular season game. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Cade Cunningham.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Holland is out there with Thompson. Then there's Jalen Duren. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Dort in at the 2 guard. And looking at this game in terms of the NBA Cup, there are major implications here tonight.
Yeah, both these teams come in at 1-0, and with just 4 games in the group stage, the difference between 2-0 and 1-1 is massive. I'm sure that's not a fact that's lost on either of these coaches. They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
The Knicks head coach and I were able to chat. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Ortiz. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Ortiz has got his second bucket tonight.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside. And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Yeah, Towns able to work through the contact down low. He's gotten better at that over the years.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And again, unable to change momentum here. Great, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. This, their first look at this year's New York squad. On the court for the Pistons, LeVert out there with Simmons. Then it's Williams. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Kispert in at the power forward. Now LeVert. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Ortiz, and he jams it with authority.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Kispert setting the pick for LeVert. Back to Kispert. Lets it go from deep. Ortiz grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Here's Mobo, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now, here's Kispert, defended by Hart. LeVert from outside. And a wide-open look for Simmons. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Hart with a screen on Simmons. Pass to Kolek. Here's Ortiz, guarded by Simmons. Latrey. Ortiz gets the bucket. Ortiz has got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there. Then
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for the Pistons. And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
They've got Guerschon Yabusele. Also Josh Hart out there. And it's McBride in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. The Pistons working the ball around now. Got a hand on it.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for New York?
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You gotta love that intensity.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Ortiz. Hands it from downtown. Ortiz has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Dare I say he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Cunningham outside. Over in the corner, Dort. Pass to Holland. Now Cunningham. Here's Holland. Three-pointer. The rebound by McBride. Here's Ortiz. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in.
Into the lineup for New York.
Pass to Holland.
0. Mitchell Robinson.
Right side, Dort. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Knicks shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
107.
Cunningham outside. Understand one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this, it only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things, and a lot of times those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Knicks. .130 left in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Knicks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Rebounded by Hart. New York shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall?
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Thompson in the corner. Cunningham outside. Over Johnson. Cunningham's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They get a hand on it. And now the Knicks on the break. Goes up. Oh! And he hammers in the reverse slam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.